Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope today is finding you well. So I've been racking my brain on what to talk about with you all today. I hope you guys are finding some value in this channel. There's so many options on the YouTubes. I know that there's a ton of political channels, there's a ton of cooking channels, and out of all the channels, you come and spend some time with me. I've had a few visitors on my page, some views and some likes, and I will just tell you it's greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me that you guys are hanging out with me for a little bit. Um, so I don't know what to talk about per se. I haven't received any tips, tricks, or questions. So I guess I'm just going to talk about if you would like to hire us for an event. So if you would like to hire us for an event, you can call. Please leave a message. It's just the two of us running this show. And right now my husband is working at a different job. I'm hoping to be working at a different job, but right now I don't have a car, so it's kind of difficult for me to get out at the moment. I do have one in the back, but it needs to be plated and it needs some work. We were given a car, and I'm so grateful for that, but it does need some brakes and rotors, and that's pretty important to be safe out on the road. And of course the plates to be legal. So right now I've been trying to learn YouTube. I've been doing Facebook Lives. I'm gonna figure out probably today, I'm thinking, work on figuring out how to do the Rumble. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do the same thing there as I do here, which is just post a video. I don't know if I should just post the same video that I do on YouTube to Rumble. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if people use both platforms or if people just use the one and that's it. I feel like people just use the one. So either they use YouTube all the time or they use Rumble all the time. Now I'm kind of different. I use YouTube all the time, but for like one particular person, I'll use Rumble. And I don't even use my account. I just, Google up therumble.com and I put in the person that I'm wanting to watch, and then I just watch him, just that one show through Rumble, because he does an hour on YouTube and then he cuts off YouTube and he does the extra hour on Rumble. So I guess that's a smart way to get more people on the Rumble. So let's talk about how to set up with us for an event. So like I said, you can call. Please leave a message. We will call you back as soon as possible. We do our best to be timely. It just depends on what's going on with us. Sometimes it might take up to a week due to the fact that we're running so hard on events that we don't want to call you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, or really really random hours. But we will call you back. You can send us a text message on our business. You can send us an email. You can talk to us, I guess, through YouTube. I don't know. We'll learn for sure if we can do that through here. And then I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I made it easy to find. It's OTR Smokehouse on all the platforms, and the picture that I used for here for my profile is the same throughout all the platforms. So I try to make it super easy peasy. I don't ever change the profile picture. It's always the same. And whatever cover photo I put up, if there's a cover photo available, that's it. I don't change it. I want people to recognize it and come back. And if you lose me, can find me again. Easy peasy. We try to do everything to make life easy peasy for our customers, because life's hard enough. And if we can make life easy, why won't we, So you can call, text, email, chat with us. I'm hoping to have a website soon and direct everyone there, and that would make life a lot easier for me. But I feel like people are still going to do their own thing, so I'm going to do my best to keep track of those who are doing their own thing. So we typically set up 2 hours prior to service. That's so we can set up all the things because we are a box fan. And then we have a tent and a table where I am under, and the husband's in the box fan serving up the food. So I think it's like a 16-foot box fan, a 10 by 10 tent. And then we have our smoker and barbecue 42, which is on a trailer. So I think it's like a 250-gallon tank plus the barbecue 42. And then it has a dry box and of course the fire and a warmer box. I forget what that measures out to. And then we have our F-150, which is what I drive to haul the smoker around. Let me tell you how I was not keen on driving that F-150. I it's so deceiving. Like you're trying to pull into a parking spot and it seems like the parking spot's only this big and your truck is this big and you're like, I don't fit, but you do. It's just deceiving. It takes time to get used to. I will tell you though, however, I will not back up. Not with the smoker. I tried once and that was not a good idea. I guess I turned too much and the tail light and the smoker connected and I busted the tail light and kind of bent the smoker a little bit, one of the bars that sticks out. No damage to the smoker, just the bar that's there. So Victoria does not back up. Oh, I guess I should tell you, my name is Victoria, co-owner of OTR Smokehouse. We're a small food truck with big dreams, serving really good food of the smoked grilled varieties. Okay. Sorry guys, I do the Facebook live and then I come here and do a video for you guys. And yeah, so I'm still learning the ropes. I think I'm getting better, but I'm definitely still learning the ropes. So yeah. So the most important thing to know is, one, will we fit where you're at? I forgot to say that on the Facebook Live, but that's all right. I talked about our size, so I think that's kind of self-evident, I would think. So you can call, text, email. Most important things to know is the date and the time. So that way we can verify if we're available. We have done double headers, like 2 events in one day, depending on the times and location. So like we did lunch for the EPA over in Bowling Green, and then we were able to have time to go over to Woodville, I think it was, to do their farmers market event. So we can do that if the time allows us for us to pack up all the things, to travel there, and then have 2 hours prior to set up. Being when we're doing double headers, we sometimes don't need the full 2 hours because the warmers are already warm. And so that's helpful. But we still try to be there 2 hours prior so that way we can make sure we've got everything clean and organized and that we have time to do a cook. All our cooking's done outside. We don't do any cooking in the truck except, the can of beans that we're warming up and then throwing pork in it. But everything else is done outside. So we smoke our food, we grill our food, and then we have a camping stove with a 2-burner camping stove, and that's how we make our mac and cheese, or when the cooler months, how we make our really good soups and stews. So that helps us keep our truck really, really clean. I really don't want a deep fryer, although I am very excited that more people are using beef tallow for their deep frying needs. So maybe one day we'll have one, but it'll be outside. And we'll have to have some kind of a wall or structure to keep the splash zone safe, so to speak. But we're not really concerned about that at the moment. Maybe one day we'll have a building and then we can really revisit the deep fryer being inside. I just don't like the smell. But they're always using that one kind of oil. So maybe with the beef tallow, the smell that you get won't be as bad. Like when you go home and you're like, oh, I smell like a deep fryer. That's not fun. I've done that. I didn't like it. I had to go home and take a shower before I could go out with my friends because I just stunk like a deep fryer. Sometimes it doesn't want to get out of your clothes after you wash it, so you have to wash them again. It's like, what the heck? Why won't that smell get out? Okay. Yeah, so okay, so date and time is important to know, so that way we can figure out, and then location. Right now, we only do about an hour away from home due to our refrigeration. We don't have a way to keep the refrigeration going while we're traveling, so an hour is a safe zone of getting someplace and setting up and plugging in and having the refrigerators back on. We don't like to have them off for more than that. We keep them a little bit colder than normal just so we can travel and not have any issues with the food. Um, yeah. Let's see. So, date, time, location is important. And then, what is your event? What kind of event are we doing? Are we doing a private event? So, I don't tell anybody on the Facebook or anything about what we're doing, where we're at? Or is this an open event where I can advertise to the public and have the public come out as well? So that's pretty important to know. And then, what kind of food would you like? Do you have, especially for the private events, if you have someone that has a food allergy or can't have this particular kind of food, we will do our best to work with you and figure out a way to make it so that everyone's included and no one has to be left out. No one has to have special food from somewhere else. Um, so yeah, like sometimes people can't have pork. And it's not just for religious reasons. We've encountered a couple people are actually allergic to pork. Feel really bad that they're allergic to pork. They can't have bacon. That would suck. But if they've never had bacon, then I guess they don't know what they're missing, right? So it's not so bad. Um, but yeah, so we've taken the pork out. So we'll make our mac and cheese without pork, our baked beans without pork if needed. We have done it a couple times for the truck, like while we're making the mac and cheese, we won't put the pork in, take out a couple servings for people who said that they're going to come, and then they never come. So we're like, we're wasting time trying to make it non-porky mac and cheese for people who are supposedly coming and then they never show up. So we kind of put the kibosh on that. But for private events, we do whatever we can to help you out. Now, public events. Some public events, you might like a particular food item. So we typically serve two meats. Our meats rotate, but our sides are always the same. So we do two hots, mac and cheese, or baked beans. Both of those have our pulled pork mixed in, and then coleslaw. So if you're doing a private event, like we do an employee appreciation for one of the hospitals, and they have a limit on how much they can spend per plate per person. So their limit's $15. We do our best to work within that budget. They like to have two options. So our cheapest option we will definitely offer, which is about $14.50, and then our next option is I think $16.50 per plate, and that's after like taking $1 off, because that's our meal deals. Is you get the choice of meat, and then a hot side and a cold side, and then we just take $1 off. Or if you would want two hot sides, then we just do $2 more. But it still works out to being $1 off for the entire cost of the meal. So that's what we do for our private events. They're doing like the tickets. They'll have a ticket for the food, and then they'll have a ticket for maybe dessert or drink. So yeah, so we will collect the tickets, and then at the end of the day, we'll add up the tickets, and there's one that will pay us right away for those tickets, and then we have one that we've been doing for a few years. I send them an invoice, and then they send me a check in the mail. So we only do that with them or other people that we trust, because there's a lot of scammers out there. It's hitting the food truck industry pretty hard, with these scammers saying that they have an event, but you have to pay now and pay this way. And these food trucks are paying, and then there's no event. Like, they were totally scammed. So we like it best, I guess, when people reach out to us directly for an event. Some of the emails that I get as of late, you can kind of tell, because they say that they want you for their event, but then they ask you what you provide. Yeah, they should know what you provide, or they can find you and know what you provide. They shouldn't be asking that. And it's always the same, like the smallest little 3 or 4 sentences. Um, I think I've had a couple emails that didn't look like that seemed legit, but I'm like, yeah, I don't think this event really would be reaching out to me. I feel like this event is a big event that's been going on for years, and typically with events like that, they have the same people coming back. It's just that there's a spot open, like if someone's not able to come, then they go through, I'm pretty sure they have a list of vendors that they call now. Okay, well, this guy can't make it this year, so this person is next on the list. Let's see if they can come. So yeah, I've been kind of leery about some of the emails that I've been getting for setups. So back to the tickets. Okay, so $15. So the one meal option we have is under $15, but the other meal option we have is above $15. Well, we figure we're getting this many, at least 50 to 60 orders, hopefully more. But if we're at least getting that many orders, then it works out just fine. So we'll just make them both $15, and it kind of works out in the wash, so to speak. So yeah, so what you would like, so date, time, what you would like us to serve, if there's anyone with allergies, if our setup fits, the Bowling Green farmers market, they've been reaching out every year, and every year I ask them if we'll fit, and every year they say no. But at least they ask every year. I'm hoping one year they'll say, yes, we have room for you. And I'll be like, sweet, let's go, right? We enjoy doing the farmers markets. They're lots of fun. Yeah, so there are some events that we do every year. So each season, like I'm scheduling events. There you go. I'm not taking orders for events, but I'm scheduling events out. So if you would like to schedule with us, go ahead and reach out through our email. You can call us. You can send us a message, Facebook, Instagram, comment on YouTube. Yeah, so you can reach out and we'll schedule you up. I have been trying to figure out which events that we do each year. I try to figure out the next year, like, okay, so they did it on this date this year, so I think they're going to do it on this date this year until I get confirmation. So I always pencil everything in until it's confirmed, and then I'll pen it in. I'm very old school. I'm getting to use the Google Calendar more. I'm trying to get more used to it. I used it all last season, but I still do my handwritten calendars and schedule book. So that way, if something happens with the technology, I still have it. I didn't lose everything, which I feel is very important. We use an app for our business line, and we might be changing our phone number because the app has been not reliable. We've been using it since 2018, and it doesn't keep the business contacts. You have to put them in your own phone, and I don't like that. Might as well just be calling my number then directly instead of the app. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes people have called or left messages, and I won't get it for days. So we're thinking about going to talk to our phone carrier and talking about what we can do. But yeah, so in the meantime, if you would like to reach out, you can reach us at otrsmokehouse@gmail.com, or temporarily for now, you can call 419-806-7704. We are in the little village of Signet, so we service about a 50-mile radius or an hour away from us for now. So if you would like us for an event, that would be great. Look us up, see what you like, and give us a call or send an email or find us on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, all the things. So I don't know, but I've been going for, I guess, almost 20 minutes, a little less than 20 minutes. So I think I should let you go. So yeah, I think that's all I have for today. I don't think I'm missing anything. But if I am, that's all right. Yeah? Maybe we'll cover it next time. All right, guys. So I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day.